Hi there. So in this short video, what I want to do is show you how you can actually add progressions to your templates inside PT Distinction. So one of the things we do when we first go into PTD, we see all these amazing features, some of which are the templates, some of which are things called groups. And we're going to be using a mix of templates and groups in order to actually set up our progressions for workouts that we're going to build for our clients. So first of all, let's just focus on the template side of things. What you may have done is log into your PTD account, maybe created some templates that you can find up here in your library, your program templates, or maybe you actually want to use some of the templates already created inside PTD. So let's just have a look at how you would actually use those inside PT Distinction for one of your clients. So we're in a client account here. This is my test client up here. So I'm going to go to setup and we're going to go and add in some programs. So I'm going to go add an item, click a program, and I'm going to pull from one of my templates inside here. Now I've got plenty of templates we can use inside here. So I'm going to go for hypertrophy one up here. I'm going to cut weeks 1 to 3, set that live so it goes live straight away, click OK, and I'm going to go and add that in. Now at this point, it's going to ask me if I want to schedule these workouts or not. Now, of course, you don't have to schedule workouts if you don't want to. You can just leave it inside here. So when the client goes in, they can access the workouts from here and just go and complete them. However, if you want to add progressions in for those workouts, then what you need to do is schedule them and then add those progressions. So in order to do that, what you would do is go to scheduling progressions and you go and add them in. So we could have our first workout here. This might be for, let's go for the 6th on Monday. Say it's going to be at 9 a.m. And maybe we want to repeat this for every week for, say, 3 weeks. We then need to go and do the same for our next workout. This is going to be a couple of days after. And then we're going to do our next workout on here, which again will be a couple of days after again. Now, these are all now scheduled in, but we want to add in our progressions. So then what we can do is go into the individual days and add in the progressions for that particular workout, changing any of the acute variables that we want to change. Once we've made those changes, we can save it, or we can save and copy it over multiple days that have been scheduled for that particular workout. Now, that's all well and good, but imagine doing that for every single client. It could take a while. And it gets even worse if you think about it that way, because what's going to literally happen is we now have our weeks 1 to 3 set up for that client. But what about when we want to do our weeks 4 to 6 and so on and so on? So you might be thinking, okay, Ash, I get what you're saying. The templates are really, really cool. The progression feature is really cool. But do I really have to do that for every single client? Well, the answer is no. You don't have to do that for every single client. And that is where groups come into play. So I'm going to go and remove this out of here and click delete. And what I want to do now is I'm going to go over to our groups inside here. And what I'm going to suggest you do is to make a group that's called a workout group or a program group. And all you're going to do inside that particular group is actually add in your workouts. So there's a couple of things you need to understand about groups inside PT Distinction. The first of all is you can add as many clients to as many groups as you like. So one client can be part of multiple groups if that's what you want. A client will have no idea they're part of multiple groups unless you actually tell them. Another rule of this is that you can stack these groups together, so you can have content in one group and content in another group that then stack together to create a particular program. So let's look at how that actually affects things when it comes to delivering workouts for our clients. So we can actually go and add in our own group, which can be a workout group. And to do that, you're just going to click add and create your group inside here. But to make things easy, I've actually made some of these already. I'm going to type this in. And as you can see here, I've got lots of automated workout groups already pre-set up. And some of them I've split up into lots of different levels. So I have a beginner home 2-day split, beginner home 3-day split, beginner home 4-day split, and so on. Then I start getting into advanced home and then into advanced gym. So you can kind of get the idea. I've got lots of different ones set up here. So if we go and take a look at this one here, which is our beginner gym 4-day split, what I've done in here is in the setup, I've added in my weeks 1 to 4, weeks 5 to 8, and weeks 9 to 12. And here I've drip fed them out live after copying to clients. This is days and weeks after joining on here. I've also then scheduled these as well. So I've already added in the schedule, scheduled them in by days after joining, and added in my progressions already. So if I actually now go to the schedule over here, go to days after joining, I can actually see my workouts on the schedule ready for the client based on day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and so on. And this will then progressively drip feed out to them with all the acute variables changed as progressions in that particular group. And that is literally all I've got inside that group. So we can now use these with our clients. So if we now go back to our example clients, I'm going to go define me. Go into our example client account. And what I can do now is inside here, as you can see, we've got no workouts in. I can actually go up to my groups and I can click add, hit my drop down menu, and I can select from my groups inside here. So say I want to do now this beginner gym 4-day split. I can click on this and I can go and add it in. So a question that might be popping up here now is thinking, okay, I can add this group in. It's going to start now, which means day 0 in that group is going to fall on today. But what happens if I want day 0 to fall on a Monday? So their first session is going to be on a Monday, for example. Well, all I'd have to do is pick a day and tell the system to automatically start the workout on the first Monday. Or I could do this by date and pick a date in the future. But then again, looking at this here, I might think, well, actually, Monday was yesterday. I don't really want to wait till next week to start the workout. Well, another thing you can do is backdate the start date. So in this example here, I can actually start this so day 0 was yesterday. So I can click on that date, click add, and it'll add it in so day 0 was yesterday. I'm just going to add it in now for this example though. So it doesn't really matter that you've actually scheduled that by days after joining. You can basically start those groups any day you want to allow the workouts to fall on the schedule however you want them to. So as you can see now, all those workouts have been copied in from that particular group to that client. Things are being drip fed out by date now. And if I go to the client schedule and we come down here, we can see those workouts are now in for that particular client. At this point, you can actually go in there and change and edit and adapt things however you like. Because another fundamental rule about groups and how they work is basically what you're doing is you're copying content from that group into that client's account. So this here is a copy of that content from that group. So you can now go inside here, click edit. You can make any changes you want to this particular program inside here. You can change any of the acute variables. You can change any of the exercises. You can do anything you want for that program in here. And it will only affect that individual client. It won't affect the group. And then when you start taking this to the next level, let's say you're working with this particular client inside here, and you get to a point in the program where actually they want to be working at home now. Maybe they can't work out in the gym anymore. If you want to simply just change it, all you would need to do is go to your groups inside here, remove that particular group, and then you can go and add in another version of it. So let's say that's going to be a advanced home 4-day split. You can add that back in, and now the client has gone from an advanced 4-day split in the gym to an advanced 4-day split at home just by swapping around those groups. And you can see that now has all been copied over, and the new versions have been added in for that particular client. So that's how you can utilize groups to create multiple programs with progressions, everything already set up inside your PTD account. I hope that all makes sense. As always, any questions, please let us know inside the comments, and I'll see you in my next video.